Hey everyone, welcome to day 3 of our 4-day series on power skills. I'm Ron Alexander, and today we're going to have an abbreviated discussion on the concept of continuous improvement. There are a number of quality constructs available on which you could base your continuous improvement program. But not all continuous improvement programs are created equal. It's commonly understood that there are 4 key components of a successful continuous improvement program. Number 1, there has to be a structure, a documented, defined structure, and you have to train your supervisors and managers on using this structure. Number 2, you have to have goals. These are generally overall overarching goals for the corporation or the organization that can be broken down into subparts or broken down into components. And so this could be any kind of goal, it could be any kind of objective, or it could be any kind of a challenge. Number 3, habits. Habits must be established for daily improvement or daily experimentation. Very key. And number 4, everyone in the organization should be a participant. The more people you have participating, the more successful your system is going to be. It's not just for manufacturing or the production line or whatever. Everyone needs to take part, and that's how you break down silos, by the way. Power skills is about learning new skills, skills which with structured practice become habits. In a few moments, I'm going to use another term that you may not understand, and that's kata or kata. Kata is a Japanese word that refers to a series of practice moves that are repeated in the martial arts until they become habit or until this neural pathways in your brain get established to where you feel real comfortable with these moves. That's called kata. And in continuous improvement and in power skills, we have 2 kinds of kata. We have coaching kata and we have improvement kata. So we practice coaching until it feels comfortable, and we practice making improvements and till those habits become comfortable. Also, to change the subject slightly, before we go on, I need to speak about the continuous improvement programs that we all have documented in our ISO 9000 or other quality plans. My remarks today do not relate to those plans. Those are separate. They have a different purpose. So we're not talking about those today. We're talking specifically about the ones we're going to use for improving our production system. So moving on, I often mention the term Toyota Kata, but there are, as I mentioned, other choices, and it really may not matter which choice you use as long as those 4 elements that we talked about earlier are there. I am adamant, however, that all 4 elements must be present and must be implemented irrespective of which construct that you use. Also, if you look at this slide, you may note that the improvement kata steps that are on this slide very closely parallel the 4 steps in the GROW coaching model that we looked at yesterday. In power skills, we use essentially the same model for both employee interactions and improvement kata. It makes it much easier to learn. Toyota Kata, of course, embodies those 4 elements of a successful continuous improvement program. But there is nothing magical about Toyota Kata. It's just that it is heavy on building habits and heavy on daily improvement. And it has a proven track record for success. Also, Toyota Kata plays well with your existing lean manufacturing program. Now, in use or in application, a manager or supervisor uses their newly developed coping skills to deploy daily experiments. These daily experiments build knowledge towards solving a problem or reaching an objective. Each team or group usually works on a different aspect of reaching that company-wide goal or objective, but they share their results with senior management during the routine line walks. There's also one unique and interesting characteristic of Toyota Kata, which I believe makes it really popular. And I want to point that out. With Toyota Kata, objectives can be reached without first knowing the solution. The solution reveals itself through the experimentation process in Toyota Kata. So in Toyota Kata, you only see one step or one rung at the ladder at the same time. Once you take one step, you have enough information to hopefully take the next step, and so on and so on. It's not like most problem-solving systems where you define a goal and you talk about pass and you give everybody an assignment. When everybody completes their assignments, you reach the goal. Toyota Kata is a way to approach situations where you don't really know how to solve it, but you start anyway, and the solution appears as you go through the process. It's like rock climbing. Every handhold gives you the position to take another handhold, and then go up the wall as you do rock climbing, but the path is not linear. Now, I have successfully used constructs besides Improvement Kata, or besides Toyota Kata. So there are other ones you can use. My personal first exposure to using what I knew to be a daily continuous improvement construct was called the 10-count program. With 10 counts, we gave our supervisors a sheet containing a few questions, and every day they took those 10 questions and they they took those questions and they would go to 10 employees and ask these questions of the employees. Anytime they found a negative finding, they were required to take action on that negative finding. So every day they would ask this series of questions to 10 employees, not necessarily the same 10, but it might have been. Once all these things have been corrected, then you go to another set of questions and you correct another situation. It works very well. So in practice, your organization can choose any construct it wants that fits your situation. It certainly does not have to be Toyota Kata. It must, however, contain those 4 elements that we talked about earlier. So that's it for day 3. Once again, based on comments I may receive, I would consider posting additional videos with more detail if that's what y'all want. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time. So please comment if you're watching on LinkedIn. And I'm also going to be putting these videos on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching on YouTube, you know the drill there. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.